So here we are, the sports bike rider with his ZZR capable of doing extreme speeds. But actually, he's confused. What should I be riding? I mean, look at the floor. It's covered in leaves. It's autumn. Oh my good God. Should I be riding this thing?
Hey, welcome to Smile, you're on TV. It is a Sunday morning. We're in the middle of nowhere with traffic all around us, but this is Dave. And Dave wants to talk to us about some rider stuff. And he's on his ZZR, so let's talk to Dave.
Morning, Wayne. So yeah, we're not quite in the middle of nowhere. We're on the B565 just outside of Olney after we just had a nice coffee at Costa. Wayne wanted to talk about bikes, and I find that most of the channels that we visit, and whenever you look at anything about bikes, they're always talking about the bikes, but what about the riders? The interesting thing that Wayne asked me was, when would you use a ZZR 14, especially in the winter or in adverse weather? Would you just put it away for the winter? Would you use it all year round? My view was, depends on the rider. Obviously it depends on the rider, because riders, what you want to do with the bike will dictate what bike you have. And that's why I know some people have more than one bike. I have the ZZR 14, but I do have a Phaser 600, which I'm not using at the moment, because I'm just tied up too much with my ZZR. Now, I use my ZZR because, well, to start with, it comes from a long heritage.
Warning, there now starts a party political broadcast on behalf of the ZZR Owners Club and where all these bikes came from. If you like history, this is your thing.
Background, starting with the C series through to the D series, through to the ZZR 1200, which was eventually replaced in 2005 with the ZZR 14 model. Now, the ZX14, or the ZZR 1400 for Europe, has seen various changes since 2006, and I'm here with the 2015 ABS version, just straight standard. It's got a 190 brake horsepower at the rear end, its top speed of 186, and why do I like this bike?
So it's at this point in the video that I have to pause and just say, if you like what you're hearing and you like what you're watching, then please subscribe to the channel. Now, you know that Dave's watching this also for the first time, and he's probably very, very annoyed that I am cutting into his airtime and not giving him the opportunity quite as he imagined. So let's go back to Dave, and Dave can tell you all about him and his bike.
Okay, so I was first attracted to the ZZR because I'm familiar with the ZZRs, having had a ZZR D series for a number of years, several of them. I've always kind of liked the ZZR style, I've always liked the ZZR performance, and the thing that attracted me at the very start was just the speed and the tourism capability. Now, the touring capability for me means that I can jump on this bike and I can ride to Spain and back quite happily, which I have done before. Actually, that was on the ZZR 1100. On the ZZR 14, the furthest I've been is with my friend here, Wayne, to Holland. And I have no problems with long distance journeys. I have no problems with the power. I have no problems with the weight. I have no problems with the handling. I'm not a big guy, but this is a big bike. And I think I would say for touring, for top speed, for straight road, brilliant. Country roads, wet weather, different story. You would want a different bike. This is not the best in the wet weather. I've tried other bikes, and either it's got ABS, it's not the best ABS, if I'm really honest. The power-wise, the front does come up if you egg it too much, and it does like to slip even on a slight stone, even with decent Bridgestone's tyres. But you still just can't get away from that awesome accelerating feeling, just knowing that there's very little out there that can touch you. When you're on a straight road and you open that throttle up in a low gear, as long as you keep that front down, there's nothing else like it. I think a lot of people these days, you can put as much fun into the gear you get, the jackets, the helmets, the intercoms, the sat-navs, the phones, the cradles. You can have just as much fun with that as you can with the tech on the bike. This one's not particularly really high-tech, but it's moved on a lot from the ZZR 11s and the ZZR 12s. It's got ABS, it's got electronic fuel. What else has it got? It's got sport modes on it now. So yeah, it's moved on, but it's still a bike with two wheels and a very powerful engine. If I had my choice, what would I ride through the actual mountains? Probably something like this. It does it all for you. If you want to ride, actually ride a bike rather than it ride itself, get one of these. But be prepared to put a lot of effort into it.
Isn't it true though, you know, from the point of view of someone, we're reviewing your bike now, but aren't you just like a closet DIY enthusiast?
I don't think it's a closet thing at all. I'm well open with being DIY mad. In fact, I'm late. I've got a kitchen worktop to fit. Wife's going to kill me.
Oh my God. Here we go. Bye-bye. Oh my God. And off he goes. And the moment he goes off, it all goes quiet. No traffic, no nothing. Just a normal, everyday stroll in the countryside. Ark? Nothing. Absolute bloody silence.